In a world filled with good intentions and mutual aid aspirations, we often come face to face with the reality that not everyone is ready to receive the extended help offered to them. Extending a hand to support someone is a noble gesture, but as Stoic philosophy reminds us, the effectiveness of this gesture is intrinsically tied to the other person's willingness to change their own life. In this context, a powerful lesson from Stoicism emerges: learning to say no. Saying no is not just a denial, but an affirmation of self-discipline, protection of serenity, and the pursuit of relationships and choices that nurture the soul. On this journey towards self-respect, authenticity, and a deeper understanding of oneself, Stoicism provides the courage and wisdom needed to establish healthy boundaries. Join us in this video where we will explore 9 archetypes of people who may not be ready to receive help, providing insights into when saying no can be the wisest decision to preserve your emotional well-being. Before we delve into the first profile, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with relevant information. We kick off our exploration into the fascinating universe of the immersed in illusions, encountering individuals who weave intricate webs of fictional narratives around their lives. They are exceptional storytellers, but with a peculiarity. Their stories are built on foundations of illusions, fiercely resisting any honest examination or incursion into the truth. These individuals create a parallel reality, a tapestry of distorted events and imaginary characters that permeate their lives. Often, this narrative prowess results from a deep-seated conviction in their own stories, as if illusions were amulets protecting them from uncomfortable truths. Imagine a world where someone sees themselves as the protagonist of a heroic epic, facing epic challenges and living grand triumphs, when in reality, they are immersed in a very different everyday existence. It's as if they are staging a play where reality has no place, and the curtains are always drawn to avoid unwanted confrontations. Offering help to these souls immersed in their own illusions is like trying to penetrate an enchanted veil that shields their imaginary world. The resistance to change is intense because altering their fictional stories would unravel decades of careful construction. Seeing beyond the illusions requires a courage that not everyone is willing to embrace. Continuing our journey of understanding who is truly ready to receive help, our next point brings us to the empathy exploiters. These individuals skillfully exploit others' empathy, simulating genuine friendships as a strategy to take advantage. Imagine engaging in a connection that, at first glance, seems full of authenticity and camaraderie. However, behind this veil of friendship is an empathy exploiter, adept at manipulating others' feelings to satisfy their own needs. Our reflection on this profile highlights the importance of looking beyond words. These exploiters can articulate phrases like empathy poets, but their actions sometimes reveal a darker intention. It's a subtle game where the simulation of real emotions creates an illusion of connection while, in reality, they seek to take advantage of others' generosity. After unraveling the immersed in illusions and the empathy exploiters, our journey now leads us to the emotional manipulators, those who master the art of constantly asking for favors, creating a delicate web of emotional strings. In a scenario where interactions are punctuated by constant requests for help, emotional manipulators have the cunning to exploit others' generosity, seeking emotional and practical assistance, creating a web where others' feelings are skillfully manipulated. This third profile emphasizes the importance of recognizing when generosity is being exploited. These manipulators often have the ability to solve their own problems but choose to delegate tasks or create emotional crises to keep others under their emotional control. Our expedition now guides us to an intriguing territory where the echoes of a single narrative resonate louder. I am referring to the self-centered, a profile that turns any interaction into a solitary spectacle of egocentrism. Imagine yourself in a dialogue where the conversation veers in a single direction, orbiting around someone so engrossed in themselves that the voices and experiences of others fade into their own self-reference. The self-centered transform the shared stage into an exclusive monologue, where their own desires and achievements overshadow the entire scene. As we venture into the intricate territories of human relationships, we now arrive at an intriguing profile: those who fail to plan ahead. These individuals recognize their potential but surprisingly hesitate to act on their own. Instead, they become dependent on others' help, resisting change as if it were an uncomfortable deviation from their predictable course. Imagine interacting with someone who, despite acknowledging their skills and potential, seems incapable of charting an independent path. These individuals somehow choose to rely on others' generosity, resisting the challenge of forging their own destiny. It is crucial to examine the dynamics of those who, even aware of their capabilities, remain static, awaiting external intervention. Now, in our journey through the intricate nuances of human relationships, we reach the sixth profile: those who are trapped in the shadows of life. These individuals are constantly engulfed in negativity, focusing only on the dark aspects of existence, a state of mind that can significantly impact the mood and energy of those around them. Imagine being in an environment where conversations are marked by a persistent shadow, where even rays of light are obscured by constant negativity. These individuals, as if trapped in a vicious cycle, seem unable to see beyond the shadows that permeate their lives. As we explore this sixth type of person, we emphasize the importance of understanding the potentially toxic influence that chronic negativity can exert on the surrounding environment. Seventh on our list, we encounter those who refuse to acknowledge mistakes. These individuals resist admitting faults, a stance that leads them to constantly blame external factors for their problems, hindering the efforts of those seeking to help them. Imagine interacting with someone whose narrative is marked by an apparent inability to recognize errors. These individuals sometimes prefer pointing fingers to looking inward, becoming true masters at externalizing responsibilities. As we explore this seventh type of person, it is crucial to understand the complexities surrounding the resistance to admitting faults. Advancing on our journey, we now encounter the eighth profile, those who simply do not seek improvement. These are individuals who often fail to recognize the need for change, stubbornly resisting valuable advice and constructive criticism, making any effort to guide them toward personal growth challenging. Picture yourself interacting with someone whose trajectory seems stagnant, as, despite valuable advice and constructive criticism being offered, this person chooses to remain immune to change. It's as if the idea of continuous improvement is foreign to them, resisting any attempt to be guided out of their comfort zone. In exploring this type of person, we highlight the importance of understanding the challenges involved in trying to help those who do not see the need for improvement. Now, we enter the ninth profile, delving into the complexity of those who seem perpetually shrouded in a cloud of complaints. These are the individuals who simply only complain. This type of person finds comfort in grievances, expressing dissatisfaction with various aspects of life without necessarily seeking solutions or changes. Envision yourself interacting with someone whose discourse is a constant lament, where every uttered word seems to be a complaint about the surrounding reality. These individuals somehow find solace in complaints, forming a pattern where negativity becomes a constant companion. In exploring this ninth type of person, we emphasize the importance of understanding the challenges of dealing with those who have the habit of complaining constantly. According to Stoicism, the key lies in discerning and setting boundaries that preserve our emotional integrity, like vigilant guardians of our well-being. Visualize these healthy boundaries as clear borders, delineating the space where our authenticity flourishes and relationships develop in a balanced manner. By setting boundaries, we are not only protecting ourselves but also establishing fertile ground for relationships based on mutual respect. In exploring this practice, we invite you to discover the transformative power of saying no when necessary, the art of balancing generosity with self-preservation, and the wisdom of focusing our efforts where we can effectively act. The act of recognizing clear signs, like beacons in a nighttime sea, guides us in identifying when it is appropriate to say no. It's like having an internal map that shows us the limits of our own journey. This awareness is a master key, unlocking the door to authenticity and emotional well-being. But here's the masterstroke. In some cases, saying no is not just enough. The real power lies in a detachment. Picture yourself stepping away from toxic situations like one would navigate away from a storm. This act is not weakness, but a demonstration of inner strength, preserving one's energy as a precious treasure.